Yoo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Hello, everybody.
Put our creepy noise on. Well, it's really slow and coming up tonight.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, we got a bunch of people up on Instagram. Hello, 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 including Bugnuts, who I saw, what's that, last night on their show? Bugnuts is one of the bunker viewers, regular bunker guys.
He also just purchased something
Yeah.
from us. You didn't put our spooky music on, see?
Sorry.
Halloween girl.
Halloween girl.
It's Halloween. So we're just
Night falls.
I'll keep it low because this part, there's a lot of him talking too.
That's okay, because we're loading up. So Ford just said, Zia, the art arrived, and once again, the colors are fantastic.
Yes! Yeah, could I have labeled that box fragile any more than I did? I don't think so.
Is that the box that look you wrote "Do not crush" and it looked like Donut Crush, and everybody wanted donuts?
Give me the donuts.
Everybody
Don't
wanted
crush my
donuts.
donuts.
And somehow how Zia wrote it on the box, which was "Do not crush." It looked like Donut Crush. And Charles Morgan is with us.
Really super washed out right now, isn't it?
Benjamin Wyman is with us.
Stairs.
So guys, I made the mistake of putting this on auto, and the auto sucks on this camera, even though it's an insanely expensive camera that was recommended to us by somebody who's a pro, and it just does not do what we want it to do.
Ford says an atomic bomb couldn't hurt the box.
Well, you know I needed it to get to you in good condition.
The trees shiver.
Well, I'm glad you like them.
So we've gone like sci-fi horror today, see?
Well, that's supposed to be wind, but that's somebody just
I
doing
know.
it with their mouth. We all learned how to do that in grade school.
Watching us. So we're just waiting for the load up, guys, and we'll start the show. I have a lot of art that I'm showing tonight, some of it which is not for sale yet, but we're going to show it. And some art that obviously is for sale. So we have a lot of stuff in a lot of different categories tonight. And we still have bombs to make a mess, which everybody loves the bombs.
Yeah, and I keep on forgetting to bring the huge ones.
Yes, you have to bring in the huge bomb.
You have to
Well,
remind
Wednesday night is huge bomb night.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're just going to wait a couple of minutes more, and we will start in a minute or two or so. A lot of stuff just recently went out, and those people have been notified of their stuff coming, because I know there's lots of weird weather going on. So please, if you did get tracking information from us, track your packages, because there's been a lot of rain, a lot of floods, a lot of different problems. And hello, Charles. He says, hello, ladies. So we're up to 8. So we're going to start in probably 2 more minutes, so everybody's got time to go to the refrigerator and get something to drink. If you do want to do that, you won't miss anything. I'll wait till you come back.
Hello, Charles.
So I hope everybody had a good week. I noticed it looked like everybody was leaving town. There was tons of luggage and backpacks and kids and all kinds of stuff getting on the train. It seemed like everybody actually left yesterday. It seemed like, and I will say Hoboken, which is where I live, was like nobody was. It was like you could hear crickets this morning. And Greg Harper is on with us.
Hey, Greg. I think this should be our theme music.
I just want you to know that Zia is already planning Halloween, guys.
I am not alone. I've been seeing it all over the internet. Everybody is stoked for Halloween this year.
And
So it ain't just me.
Zia and I are stuck because we don't know how to outdo last year's Halloween. But we didn't
Yeah, last year was a good Halloween, but we threw that together last minute.
It's
like
that's true.
The Thanksgiving, the Halloween, the Christmas, and the St. Patrick's Day, all last minute.
Right.
So
well, I would say the Martha Stewart one we had to plan.
We kind of planned, but that was like a throw together plan. So.
Right.
I mean, we just got the ingredients and like, what are we going to say? I don't know. We're just going to go over the recipe.
Well, every Halloween we don't think we can top what we did the year before, and somehow we keep doing it. But now I'm starting to worry that we're getting into deep water where we have to go with our Halloween thriller. We can go to an insane asylum.
Richie knows the places to go that are spooky and creepy. I mean, if we get him involved,
maybe we'll do our show from an insane asylum. That's been
yeah. Florida saying stores already have Halloween stuff out. I know Party City's got all they were stocking the Halloween stuff last weekend.
But we can do a Halloween show from inside a abandoned insane asylum.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is going to be hard on that one though. Internet. See, we need
just
internet.
have Richie with an antenna. Like, how did they shoot Bigfoot? I guess they have to shoot it, so it couldn't be live.
Yeah, it wouldn't be live.
But we could do our show from there. It just wouldn't be a live show from there.
That is true.
So, anyway, think about that one, Zee. All right, I'm going to start the show because it is 6:19. This is our Friday night show, which is a faster show than our Wednesday night show. Sometimes Friday can be better than Wednesday.
I have a question. The Thor behind your head that is currently tagged at 2,000.
Yes.
Is it 2,000 or is it the price that we had on Wednesday?
What price do we have on Wednesday? Let's do Wednesday's price.
Okay, so sold by that. That is 1,900. Well, it's slipped quite nicely. It's fine.
Okay.
It's in a good spot.
All right.
Okay, so this is an original sketch cover. It is a 9.6. And for Dad, a 9.6, that's pretty good on a sketch cover because Dad has a tendency to abuse sketch covers. And this is all original inking by Neal. Much as I really like to color it. But, yeah. No, because this is one of his better looking Thors facially. It's like, and you know how I like.
Well, it's a different Thor.
Painting pretty men.
It's a different Thor than some. Dad's got like a couple of different Thors. Sometimes he's channeling Thor movies. Sometimes he channels the Thor comic. I mean,
sometimes he's got more of like Dad's done Thor in more of a almost Conan-y kind of face, where it's more like spread out and barbaric.
Yeah, but that's when he's following more comics. So you look at Dad's like Avengers, Thor's face is a little bit more blocky. I would say this is a little bit of the guy who plays Thor is in that face, which is the reason why you like it. It's a prettier Thor. And Damian Scott is with us.
Hello.
And Robert Muhammad is with us. So this is our Friday kind of crazy afternoon show, which normally we do at 5, but we kind of got a little tied up today, so we're at 6.
Sold by that says, did y'all get the plumbing fixed? Well,
yeah.
Thankfully enough, it was not our plumbing, it was upstairs. And yes, it got fixed the same day. Thankfully enough.
Witches.
Otherwise, we were going to have to murder somebody.
I'm gonna have the Halloween lights if we're gonna do Halloween music. Okay, so is Thor looked upon? The
Thor's
price
looked
of
upon,
Thor for
said cool.
all right.
Moving
So,
on.
so the price of Thor for this week only, which ends basically today, is what? What did we say?
1900.
1900 for Thor. It normally goes for 2000, as you can see, a little smiley face on there. For this week, we did Wednesday night at 1900, and we're doing tonight at 1900. This is a piece we've had for a long time. We don't have a problem with it sitting on our shelves. So don't think like, oh, they'll come down more. I don't think so. Okay, so this is the night to grab it. If you can do the 1900, then this is where you should go tonight. It's for this Thor. It is a nice piece by Neal. We've probably have had this for 4 or 5 years. This was way downstairs for a long time on the shelf.
Yes.
So it's been around, and we've kind of grown accustomed to it. Okay, so what I had up, I gotta get my sticker off on this. What I had up was this. This was something I actually found today on the top shelf of one of our shelving units here.
It's top shelf.
That's right. It's a top shelf poster. It is 13 by 19. This is actually one of our Jaclays, so it's on that nice thick paper that makes that really nice color. If you have bought Jaclays from us, you know what I'm talking about. We refer to this as the Batman Blue. And Neal had designed this with a large white bottom so that he could draw Batman, which that's an original Batman drawing by Neal on the bottom, signed by Neal. Now, a lot of these got hit in the flood, so a lot of these got wrecked. We also had ones that had a much smaller Batman head because Neal was playing with the size of the white at the bottom. Now, this one has a little bit of dirt smudgies that we tried erasing off tonight, but they're not coming off. We can probably white paint these. Like I said, this is an original pen and ink Batman by Neal, signed by Neal. This would normally go for $1,200. We're now selling this for $900 because, like I said, it has a little bit of dirt smudgies, probably from Dad. And that is an original pencil and ink of Batman with an original signature. It's on a gorgeous Jaclay of a piece that Neal drew. Batman running forward. I believe these were done for when he went to Lake Como in Italy. And like I said, this is the larger size Batman, and this is the only one I have left on the larger size. So originally this went for $1,200. I'm reducing it down to $900 because, like I said, it has a little bit of dirt, smudgies, in the front. It's on the white part of the paper, not on Batman. On Batman, though, there are still pencils that have not been erased. So the gray that you're seeing on the Batman is really Neal's pencils that were left behind from inking the piece. I generally do not erase Neal's pencils when we sell his art, because that way, if you want the pencils with your ink, they're there. I leave it up to you guys to take an eraser if you don't want the pencils. So the pencil is still there. The ink is obviously there. And this is, like I said, 13 by 19 is the size. Blue Batman with an original, really nice big Batman at the bottom with the signature. $900 only for tonight as well, because it's Friday night. All right. Let me put my sticker on the back of this. We will move on. It does qualify as an art piece because the Batman on the bottom is original. So yes, this would fall into our payment plan for sure. Our payment plan is you put 1/3 down, then you pay the remaining balance over a time period that you control with amounts of money that you control. Again, when it is all paid off, we then ship it to you. We are asking everyone to make a monthly payment just because it keeps the accounting more current. It's becoming really hard for those people who kind of disappear for 6 to 8 months and then come back and make a payment. And then I have to try and figure out how far back did you buy the piece.
Right.
And it's starting to become like a real, like, I'm not enjoying this, guys.
Right.
So
even
I'm now,
if it's small, once a month, helps
exactly.
keep the accounting fine.
Right, exactly. Okay. Also, continuity is not a bank, so
there is that.
We can go for so long, and then it becomes like an issue even for us. Okay, this is a Black Canary original piece. This is a big piece by Neal. It is pencil and ink. Yes, this Black Canary is an original.
Scared the chicken.
Original pencil and ink by Neal. It is large. I don't know what size it is.
Yeah, I can't help you on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of more square than
It looks a bit more like 13 by 17, maybe?
Yeah. Let me see.
Well, Bill Schaefer says, going up to Crusty Bunkers tomorrow to say goodbye and get some good buys. Smart move.
So the size of this is 14 wide.
That's close.
By, I would say 16. It's a little taller than 16.
Okay. I was guessing 13 by 17, but
14.
it's 14 by 16.
Right.
As
14 by 16.
I was an inch short on one edge and an inch long on the other edge.
And it is a signed piece by Neal. Is it signed?
Unless it's under the 12,000, no.
Maybe it is not a signed piece. Okay, so it is not a signed piece by Neal.
However, we will provide a certificate of authenticity,
Exactly.
the sticker, right?
No.
This one gets a paper one.
Right. All
So
the
this
art
is the
gets
paper one.
right. All the art gets certificates. The only place I'll put the sticker is usually on the non-signed Giclées. Get a holographic sticker, but everything else comes with a real certificate of authenticity that goes with the artwork.
Actually, that would pay off without wife knowing plan.
Exactly. So 12,000 on Black Canary. It's a lovely piece. The detail on the motorcycle is fantastic. Definitely good fishnets going on there, and good hair.
Right, and we'll also remind people, if you don't see anything either in your price range that you like or a character that you like, what you can always do is send us a direct message. Say, hey, here's, the budget I'm thinking, and I like Marvel or DC, or I like, this character or that character. And we can look into our files and see what it is that we have, because what Chris has in her stack is not everything that we have.
No.
So if you are curious, if you want to see what you can find, let us know your price range and what characters you're interested in, and we can pull something together for you, I'm sure.
Okay, this is another Batman running Giclée that we've done at Continuity of Neal's work. The ones that I have are signed, but they're in the drawer. This is my little banged up copy here that we use because the signatures are becoming
The display model.
rarer and rarer up here, so I don't want to put up a signed one of everything. I'm down to a handful of these left. We did print probably 40 of these. Again, 13 by 19 is the size, and we sell this one for 100. And it does come signed by Neal. It is on that watercolor paper. And it is a different Batman running than the blue one that I showed with the Batman drawing on the bottom of it. Two different Batmans. Both running in water, both running in the rain, both have lightning on them, but they are different Batman drawings. So I don't want people to be confused by that. So Batman, I refer to this one as Batman black and white with gray, and the other one is Batman blue, is what we call it. So 100 for Batman black and white and gray. And if you're watching the show and we're no longer on air and you see something, you can always direct message us through Instagram or Facebook. We do answer even over the weekends. Okay, this is another little banged up copy. I have fresh copies in the drawer. This is 20 by 20. Yeah, 20 by 20. This is actually Zia's Giclée. Neal Adams is the other voice you hear in this room. This is
not the one screaming in the background and going, "Awoo!" No, that's me.
Zia painted this based on a Ben Casey panel done by Neal, which is the reason why you see Neal's signature on it. And Zia did Neal's signature the same way that Neal did it when he drew Ben Casey, which was before Neal designed the Neal with a big line and then the Adams going over it. So this is Neal's very early signature. And Zia added that because Neal in reality is almost like the pencil. And this is Zia painting that and doing the word balloons and all that is done by Zia. And we sell this for what, Zia?
This is 200.
200. So 200, it comes with a hologram Neal Adams signature that we put on the back of it, and it comes with a real Zia signature on the front of it.
Which is what you see in silver on her shirt.
Right. Which is, like I said, this is a piece done by Zia Adams. The price on this is $200. And this again is on that really nice Giclée watercolor paper. Okay, next up without he died on his toes. Okay. This is a Giclée. Again, it's the same size as the last one, which was 20 by 20. This is a painting that was done by Neal that we did a Giclée of. The painting was much larger than this. That painting has been sold. This is a Giclée of that painting. It is not signed by Neal. And this goes for $200.
Yeah, the little signature that you'll see if you purchase this in the bottom right-hand corner is actually printed off of the original painting.
Right. The original painting was signed by Neal. When we did the Giclée of this, Neal had already passed. So once again, this comes with Neal's holographic signature, which we put on the back of the piece. So $200. Hal Jordan Green Lantern, based on a panel from inside of a Green Lantern comic. Green Lantern Green Arrow comic, I should say. But this is painted by Neal. It is a Giclée of that painting. $200 is the price. And these have very limited runs. I think there's like 10 of those. So if you're interested in owning something that's limited, that's a nice limited piece.
Oh, this one.
Okay, this one. It's gonna stay. Stay, Batman. Stay. Now this, you've seen the painting behind Neal in videos, and I think we even photographed him with this behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's photographs out there with this behind him. So this is 24 by, like, I would say 17. This is a painting by Neal of Batman running. It was not a published Batman piece. It was a piece that he decided to do for himself. And like I said, it hung in his conference room for many years. It is a signed piece by Neal because we actually did this Chiclet when Neal was around. So that little black signature down there is a Neal Adams signature. And we do sell this for $200.
And for anybody who is an aspiring painter or just interested in the techniques of painting, this is actually a really great giclée to have because you see all of these interesting techniques that you might not otherwise consider using. But it's like Dad has this great way of indicating without getting super detailed on stuff. So your brain fills in what's not there, which I wish I could do. I'm still working on that myself. I'm too tight. I'm too literal.
So this is $200. Again, it's a large piece. It does frame up really nicely.
Oh yes,
because the original frames up really nicely. $200 is the price on the piece. Again, it is signed by Neal. That's a real Neal Adams signature down there, meaning it's not part of the painting. It's Neal signed this on the Chiclet. So $200 for a Batman painting.
Deborah, yes, that is a print.
It's a very high-end print. It's printed on watercolor thick stock paper, so it's not like a print that's like...
Yeah, it's not a flimsy paper print.
Yeah. It's designed to really capture the true color of Neal's work. And it's a paper that the paint sits on really nicely, and it doesn't eat the paint color, so it's kind of vibrant. And it's something that if Neal has signed it, then Neal has approved that he was happy with the color of the print.
Right. And also the quality of the paper and the printing and the way the ink sits on the paper, unless you get close to it, it looks like an original.
Right. And that's what it's designed. That's what Chiclets are all about. No.
Engage, yes you do. Bruce Leroy wants to know, do they ship rolled or flat?
They ship flat. It's really rare that we ship anything a continuity roll. Like there's a print that's coming up that I have that I do rolled because it is on a very thin paper. So in that respect, sometimes, and it's large. So the benefit of that is it can roll in a tube. This I would ship flat because
Jason Duncan.
The paper is thick, so it doesn't roll in a tube very well.
Yep. It'd have to be a pretty fat tube.
Right. So the majority of our stuff, because we print the Chiclets, that stuff goes out flat.
Bruce says, thumbs up.
Okay. I have to cover something.
You have Jason Duncan says, hey. So you should have come in with the all right. Is there a dollar minimum order for payment plans? Payment plans are for original art only. They are not for prints or comics. Original art includes original drawings, it includes remark covers, and it includes sketch covers. But it does not include prints.
Okay. Next one up there. This is a very old print. This was printed in 1999. It is Neal's Star Reach covers. There's Star Reach number 2, Blue Lady. The reason why she's got the pink piece of paper
And
across
she's bare.
there is because she has one naked boob. It is a signed piece by Neal. Neal's signature is down here in brown pentel. And it is also marked that it is from 1999. This we sell for $500. Yes, there is a face that you see in that background, besides the guys on the rock planet. Yeah, I love that guy's teeth. So again, we refer to this one as Blue Lady. She's very sexy. Like I said, it was a cover of Star Reach number 2. You want to look that up. It is $500, $100, and this print goes back to 1999.
Skeletons rising slowly,
So nice piece.
slowly from their grave.
This I'm going to take off because I don't want it to stay on there. Okay. Okay. Now this one, I have a lot of copies. This is old, so this is kind of my, even though it's got a signature on it, it is, this is on very thin paper. So this one is one of the few that I do roll. It is called the Battler.
And this is on thin poster paper.
Right, this is ancient.
Like movie poster paper.
I think this was done in like 78, maybe. It's right after I started working at Continuity. It was like a year or two in. So I'd say 78, 79, might be 1980, somewhere in there. It is a Conan type character battling a lizard. It is signed by Neal. We sell this for $100. I know. No. So again, Battler is the name of this piece, signed by Neal. And these were signed, again, a very long time ago. You will notice that Neal's signatures will change over time a bit. So, this one I'm going to hop. This one, I'm not feeling. All right. Let's just get my footing here. I'm going to go over to this Joker piece. So this Joker piece here is original pen and ink by Neal. It was published in the Batman Illustrated comics. I mean, Batman Illustrated books, I should say, not comics. That Joker head replaced the top panel Joker head. And like I said, it was published with this head in the book. We're selling this head, which is a pencil and ink signed by Neal, for $3,000. Again, published piece.
Appropriate on the record, I would say. The
True.
Cackling Witches.
Cackling Jokers. So $3,500 Joker pen and ink. This again is a patch that was put over this Joker head. This has been published, $3,500, signed by Neal. That can go on the payment plan, 1/3 down, 1/3 down, and then you can pay the remaining balance over time in monthly payments that you control. Like maybe one month you send $100. Maybe the next month you have more money, you send $200. And maybe the next month you have no money, so you send 50. As long as there is a payment of some kind within reason. Like I said, continuity is not a bank. We do this so that it is easier for people to buy stuff, but we kind of do it on the honor system. So $3,500 is the price on this Joker head. Again, it's high because it is a published head. And published work always has more value than a drawing that Neal does on paper for himself or to sell or a commission. A published piece will always have more worth. It's how the game is played.
True that.
Okay. Next up. I just have to get a piece out. This is from Neal's Fantastic Four that he did.
Which page?
Fantastic Four number 2, page 16. This is a published original pen and ink by Neal. It's FF2, page 16.
Yep.
Okay. This is what it looks like in color. Which sometimes makes it easier to see what you're really kind of looking at.
Or you could be on Facebook or YouTube and see the Scan-A-Jan.
Right. If you're on Instagram and you have a Facebook, you might want to jump over to Neal's Facebook page because then you get to see the pan and scans that we have done. So again, an original Fantastic Four antithesis page. The writer on this was Mark Wade. Pencils of this are Neal. Inks on this is Mark Farmer. And it is page 16 from the second book for $15,000. Okay. For those of you who might be out in the Los Angeles area, this weekend is the last weekend that Neal's Krusty Bunker comic store will be open. We have some great deals going on there, and I would definitely check it out if you're in that area. So the next couple of pieces I'm going to show have not been priced. These are going to be priced, and they are going to be available. So for right now, I'm just going to show pieces quickly.
Ooh.
I have a Dead Man page from Neal's Dead Man graphic novel.
Don't buy this one. Don't buy this one. This one's mine. It's when Dad gets trippy and he puts like images and images and images.
Yep.
I love it when Dad. See, that's why Dad's Dead Man is like. I love Batman. I love the Green Lantern, Green Arrow stuff. But for me, it's the trippy Dead Man stuff when he's in Baba Ganoush and it gets all like, LSD looking.
Right.
I like
so
that.
Nice page. You go through these quickly because, like I said, these are not yet priced for sale. We have a Bloodshot cover. This is a published cover that was done a long time ago.
For Dylan said, "Oh crap, that's fantastic!" Right?
Bloodshot from Valiant.
And this one's signed.
This is signed, yeah.
Mm.
Published cover. Valiant Comics.
You guys can't have that.
Bloodshot.
You can't have it. Or if you get it, then you have to like hire me to do like a same size color version.
This is Neal's Green Arrow cover pencil from issue number 3.
Chris, you're pulling out some good shit tonight. Well, maybe if y'all are lucky, Chris will come up with a number soon.
Now, if you're interested in these pieces, I will say they're high-priced pieces. If you want to know more about them, you can always direct message me over the weekend. This is another Green Arrow cover.
Oh, you guys have seen the color guides
Right,
on
you've
this
seen
one.
the color guides on this, exactly. A cover that is a great cover, a pencil and ink here by Neal, that somehow when it got published and colored, it just kind of fell apart. But a very cool cover. Original by Neal.
See, and if you eventually buy this and have me color it, you get to see it colored the way Dad intended.
So we still have basically a lot of Neal Adams high-end art for those people who think we're out. We're not out.
Nope.
We'll never be out. Some of the stuff I did Wednesday, so I'm gonna hop through Wednesday. I'm gonna put Man Bat up. I still have the cool Man Bat available.
This is another one I tease you guys. You're not allowed to buy.
This is based on the statue that Jason Adams made for DC's Black and White series. This was Neal's pencil for Jason to be able to understand Man Bat when he sculpted it. So this is Neal and Jason working together. The pencil here is large. It is on.
I think it's 9 by 12 paper.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
taped onto a couple of different other
piece of paper,
pieces.
right? So it is $2,200 to buy. It is a fantastic pencil of Man Bat, and it looks like Man Bat from the comics. It's not right. So this is still available for $2,200. Is the asking price on that? We're just going down to stuff we haven't, because Wednesday night. Okay, we have a really nice Green Arrow. Green Arrow is on 8.5 by 11 paper. Plastic behind face up. Okay. 8.5 by 11 paper. This is pen and ink Neal. The price on this is $1,600 for the black and white. $1,900 if you're interested in getting it colored, and we can once again color it on a different piece of paper. It is a signed piece by Neal, so that you keep your black and white in pristine condition. Thank you. It's Friday.
It is Friday. And it's been a week.
Green Arrow, pen and ink. Okay. Hop in. Another published piece. Somebody was asking or saying the other day on one of the Neal Adams appreciation type pages. Too bad Neal never got to do a Hulk comic book, and I forget what other character. Maybe Ghost Rider. I don't know. It was another character. And he said, too bad Neal never got his hands on at least one issue of it. This is a Hulk cover that was published for Hulk #1, signed by Neal. Published piece. One of the rare times Neal has done a published Hulk. And the price on this is $12,000.
12,000.
12,000. And it is based on spoofing the Kryptonite Nevermore or Breaking Chain. It's actually not Kryptonite Nevermore, but it's the Breaking Chains concept.
Well, that is. Well, I mean,
it's the
Kryptonite
other
Nevermore
one.
was the first one, but
Right, exactly.
Jason says the bunker still has a signed copy of this book for sale.
And Jason should know because Jason frequently shops at the Krusty Bunker and has made some really smart deals in the last couple of weeks because they're making great deals at the Krusty Bunker.
Yep. And although the brick and mortar closes down after this weekend, that does not mean that the Krusty Bunker as a whole is like
Right.
cold turkey shut
Yeah,
down.
my sense
kind
is
of thing.
Joel is going to still be on the internet. And Joel is talking about doing some whatnots with CGCs and artwork. So you won't lose Joel. Nick and I had a conversation today because Nick was acting like, this is the last day of my life. And I'm like, what are you talking about? First of all, nobody ever really leaves continuity. I was talking literally last week and I said that if you know who Dr. Revolt is, he's a big spray paint guy, makes lots of money. Well, Dr. Revolt worked at continuity as a colorist at a time period. And he literally was up here yesterday and spent a lot of time with us yesterday. So everybody's always around. Nobody ever really goes away. We never see them again.
Everybody needs to come and use their bathroom when they're in the city anyway.
Or everybody wants a cup of coffee or a bottle of water or something. We never disappear. I mean, we're always around. We're like fleas or something.
You said it once, we're the cockroaches of the comic book industry.
Exactly.
You cannot kill us. I prefer to think of dandelions, but if you want to go cockroaches, that's your
So I'm sure Nick is going to be around. I'm sure Nick will do some shows. We're just shutting down a building that we have in LA, and that is all that's really going on.
Yep.
So the appreciation page did not know about the comic cover. Shame on them. If only they had more knowledgeable members. What are you talking about? I don't know, Sam. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Sam bitching that he's not allowed on the appreciation page.
Oh, is that what that is? Like I said, you're the only human being I know that can get kicked off that page. And you know what? If you write to Jason at Spider Creations, he'll put you back on. Okay, this is the Vampirella bust. This is a really cute piece by Neal. It's an original pen and ink. It has been colored by Zia. And she's adorable. She is $1,400 to buy. And it's like actually one of the rare times that Neal has actually drawn Vampirella. He actually kind of drew this when he was in the hospital. And it is $1,400, which I think is the reason why there's white paint on it, was because he was drawing in the hospital, but he was drawing on those food things, that table thing that you get when you're in a hospital bed that you're kind of like, you don't even want to eat off of it. It's a little wobbly. And Neal was busy drawing off of that. So Vampirella is one of the pieces that he did while he was in the hospital. This is $1,400. It is a signed piece by Neal. She is adorbs. And 8.5 by 11 is the size of the paper.
I was going to say, it took the hospital staff a little while to realize that it was not us coming in wanting to make Dad work. It was Dad making us bring in stuff for him to do and looking like a bunch of bullies.
Right. Dad was all about work.
Yeah.
So, my dad is the only person who, after you've just delivered a baby, comes in and goes, gee, Chris, I thought you'd really like to see these covers that just got printed. And here's Sam Marie. And I heard Sam Marie and maybe Armor. And I was just like, I literally just delivered a baby.
And not a small one. That one was not easy.
And I'm looking at covers coming out from continuity. Okay, I love you to death.
Hmm.
So Vampirella. Okay, next up is Batgirl full figure. Batgirl is pen and ink Neal. Color on this is Jason Adams with a ton of airbrushing in the background. Gorgeous piece in real life. It's very like vibrant, not vibrant in the sense of like, oh, I need sunglasses.
Not obnoxiously so.
Right, but really nice color in that background and the airbrushing. It's a really gorgeous piece, which some pieces on camera just never look the way they do. It's when we ship stuff, you know, people are always shocked at how great the color is because the cameras don't always get like the color right. And it's not that it's shifting the color somewhere, it's just not as vibrant in some ways as true color on the pieces. So this is a really nice piece. Pen and ink Neal, color Jason Adams. Real nice airbrushing by Jason on this.
Jason Duncan says, camera never does the color pieces justice.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to go back to Jacquet's. This is a nice 13 by 19 Batman in the swamp color. I think these are signed by Neal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Signed by Neal at the bottom, $100 to buy. Which, like, this was bought by Phil. And Phil got this and he's like, I love the color. So this is one of those, yeah, color on this is fantastic. The size of it is 13 by 19. It is a print for $100, signed by Neal, 13 by 19.
I want to do a 1 minute later on this piece where, like, Batman's just killed the gator, but it's the little lizard in the foreground that killed him.
Yeah, I want the lizard to like jump on his face.
Like a face hugger lizard.
Like a face hugger lizard.
I think it's going to be the gator. He does a, what's the name of that guy? The Australian guy.
Oh, the zoo guy?
Crikey! Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, what is his name?
Wow, his name is just getting further and further away.
Yeah, it is.
You guys know what I mean. We all thought it was going to be...
The Aussie that runs the zoo.
We all thought it was going to be a crocodile to get him, and it was
right.
a freaking stingray.
So, Batman, $100.
Yeah, that was definitely a Final Destination moment, because you watch Final Destination, and you're trying to figure out all these different ways that the character is going to get it, and then it's like something completely different.
Okay, I just want to say that I have maybe 2 more of these
You might want to turn your plastic sideways for
that are signed. $100 is the price for this, 13 by 19. Okay, another favorite out there of Neal's is the 251 in color, signed by Neal.
Steve Irwin, thank you. Why was that not coming to my head?
And again, nice color reproduction. This has been, if it has a Neal Adams signature on it, it means the color has been approved by Neal, or the printing has been approved by Neal, because Neal, no matter what convention he was at, if a print was not correct to him, no matter what hour of the night it is, Chris would get a phone call. What the hell is going on? And then he would make sure that the phone was right next to him, and he'd say, hear this, Chris? This is your father losing money. And then he would, like, yeah, I'd hear the prints rip. That was my punishment if I was not paying attention. And he decided that the color was wrong. And those were horrible conversations. So these are approved by Neal. If the signature's on there, he was happy. 13 by 19 is the size. And believe me, when it came to Neal's work, it was all about quality.
Mm-hmm. Rather not do it at all than do it badly.
Right. This is Batman. Now, this was the Warner Brothers piece that he did for the Warner Brothers store, which was much larger in the Warner Brothers store. This is 13 by 19. This is not signed by Neal, but we are still charging $100 because the color on this is what Neal says it should have been. And what the Warner Brothers store did was they actually went back to press twice because the color was so off. And Neal would refuse to sign the ones for the Warner Brothers store. It's all coming back to me now. So went through 2 printings with the Warner Brothers store, and Neal wouldn't sign them till they got it right. And even when they got it right, it was still not right. So Neal feels these are right. This is how they should have looked, 13 by 19.
And it is gorgeous.
Yeah. And it is $100 to buy. Nice Batman piece. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, we have a Batman Odyssey original, Batman Odyssey Book 2, page 12 for $15,000. Published. Page 12. Sorry, page 12. Original published pen and ink by Neal, Batman page. So, published piece.
It's coming.
So, I'm here. I'm not going
Here we go.
anywhere. So again, if you're over on Facebook, you'll get the pan and scan of of this piece. So you get to see really Neal's line work on it, which is gorgeous.
Yep. And this is Batman before he perfected his Batmanness, so his mask is a little bit loose. The ears flop a little bit in the wind, kind of thing, which is such a fun thing about the Batman Odyssey stuff.
Right.
It's like he's not quite fully together yet.
Right, which is the reason he even has guns.
And yeah, I was going to say, if you notice in that second panel, you'll see he's got a holster on his belt.
Right.
You can turn that down in the background so we don't get our audio.
Okay.
So, much as I love when that happens.
Hello, Kelly Barrett. Again, if you're coming into our show and you missed the front end or you missed the back end or whatever end you might miss, if there's something you see, you can always direct message us over the night, tomorrow, Sunday. Someone will definitely answer you. And we'll even pull the piece at that moment if you're interested in a piece, so that if somebody else calls, we'll say somebody's already got a first dib on it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is from Batman Odyssey, Book 2, page 12 for $15,000. Pen and ink published page. I have, a beautiful Wonder Woman piece by Neal, 1114 of Wonder Woman. The price on this is $2,500. We're going to upright it a little bit so we don't get so much of a glare on it. Yeah, we came up with that this is colored by Dap.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is pencil, ink, and color, a full Neal Adams job here. $2,500. It is signed by Neal. Somebody's sending hearts.
Aw.
Pretty Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, this is probably my last Wonder Woman that I have. 2500. Pen and ink Neal. Color is Neal. Whole caboodle is Neal. 11 by 14. Beautiful piece. 2500. Can go on the payment plan. You put 1/3 down. Make monthly payments that you control how much till it's completely paid off. And then we ship it out. Okay, another published piece. This is, whoa, it's okay. This is a shadow cover. Shadow number 1 from Dynamite Comics for $7,000. Published piece, pen and ink Neal.
I was
And the
mentioning
shadow.
to the people watching the bunker last night, saying we may not be as fast and furious as the bunker is, but we do have stuff.
Well, I think comics that you know the covers.
Mm.
You're not as like, oh, I need to see the line work. So I think that's why we're a little slower than the bunker. So again, this is Shadow number 1 comic cover published by Dynamite. So this is a published piece by Neal. The price on this is $7,000. Pencil and ink is Neal. Okay, next up. Since we had a nice Dead Man page earlier in the show, I have a Dead Man piece for $1,800. This is pencil and ink Neal. The skin tone of Dead Man is Neal coloring, and the rest of this is Zia's coloring. Sign piece by Neal, $1,800. Dead Man. Dead Man is also good for Halloween. Also good for a business card, but just put his head on it.
I still love that spoof that he did in whatever magazine of Dead Man, where
Right.
Dead Man was actually a dead man.
In National Lampoon.
That was it.
Okay. I have a nice $1,500 Batman, pen and ink by Neal, signed 8.5 by 11.
So many Batmans. I think we're okay with that skin on this one.
Okay. Yeah, this one where you generally don't scan it. Okay. So this is a nice, like more solid black Batman in inking.
Usually when there's that much black on Batman, we call him velvety.
Yeah, velvety Batman. This is a classic Batman. I would call it Neal's classic Batman. $1,500 is the price on this. Really gorgeous piece of Batman art. Like I said, classic Batman by Neal. We have Green Lantern. Now this is a piece that came back to us. 8.5 by 11. Pencil and ink Neal. Color on this is Neal and we think Tim Shin. And this is $1,500 to buy. It is signed by Neal. It's definitely a Jason Adams background.
Yes.
Definitely the face coloring. And I would say even the
the
Green
hair.
Lantern color
Mm.
is very reminiscent of Neal.
Yeah.
Because it's gutsy. It's $1,500. Signed by Neal. 8.5 by 11. Green Lantern. Hal Jordan.
You want to hear something amazing?
Sure.
Tonight is the last night that Jeff of the Golden Bloom is covering for Jimmy Kimmel, and I have not watched a single one.
Wowzy, what's wrong with you?
Because it's scripted, I think, is my problem.
No, it's not.
I think Jeff of the Golden Bloom should just be let loose.
I understand that. All right, I'm going to do Superman tonight. I'm doing little pieces. 8.5 by 11, Superman by Neal Adams, pen and ink.
You get that sticker off of that gorgeous piece there.
Color on this is the background.
If you can't tell.
The background art is the Superman is obviously Neal. Hello, Rhonda. How are you?
Rhonda.
Yeah, Rhonda has been on a
Hey,
while.
Rhonda.
So nice, gorgeous Superman piece. You know when this will go, Zia? This will go when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people will be like, "You see Superman art, Chris?" Superman's just a little dead these days. All right, I'm going to end my show because we do a short Friday. Because, like I said, a lot of people, Clark loses more shirts that way. He certainly does.
Well, it's more the buttons. He has to go hunt for buttons.
And Rhonda says she's doing wonderful. Glad to be here tonight. Okay, so Fridays we just do like an hour, which we're actually kind of on that hour right now.
Can you get my shirt over for me, please?
Yeah, no, I know. I'll pull all your stuff down. So I'm going to shift over to like some remarks at this point. And Zia's got some pieces. I'll do a Zia piece next. So here we go, guys. And like I said, if there's anything that you may have missed in the front end of the show, because I know on Fridays, some people get out of work early, some don't, some are eating dinner, some eat dinner later on Fridays. So like Friday is a little messy. So this has a Batman remark somewhere on the cover under Robin's head. This is one of Neal's 27 covers, which actually he penciled and Bill Sienkiewicz inked. So that's kind of a cool comic. And then that Batman head that is under Robin is an original drawing on the comic by Neal. And he is using Talia's hair as kind of the black of his cowl. So that's kind of cool. I mean, the cool thing about Neal with remarks is that he tries to put the remarks in that he's using other elements of the cover. Kind of like that Ben Casey that everybody loves, where Neal, used a globe and a this and a that and a phone wire to create Ben Casey's face.
Yep.
That's how Neal's brain worked. If he's going to do a remark on the cover, there are times where he's like, I'm so tired of drawing remarks. And then he'll incorporate it, like somehow using other elements to create something. So this is him using Talia's hair to give that black shadow of Batman and his cowl and his headpiece, which is kind of cool. $700 for this comic book.
And this head is a bit bigger than Dad would normally do.
Yeah, it's a bigger
remark.
Right, exactly. It's not a little quarter-sized head.
Yeah.
So $700 for the remark on the comic. This can go into original arts category, which means you can put a third down and pay off the rest in payments that you control. And then once it's completely paid off, we ship it out. So nice remark by Neal. I actually would buy that. That's a Chris pick for those who follow Chris picks. I also have this one, which I would say this isn't so incorporated into the cover, but Neal obviously wasn't thinking that because Neal had colored pens. So Neal decided to do a big Joker head remark on this one.
Hold on a second. Toad likes pickles. Of course, we're not Neal. Neal was a man and much older than us. We are his daughters.
and working partner compatriots. Z and I have worked with Neal at Continuity for
As long as we can remember.
25 years for you, 30 years for you. Where are you?
I think I'm at about 30. Yeah.
Okay. Chris is over 40. So the two of us have worked with Neal for many, many years at Continuity on many, many, many of Neal's projects.
And by the way, it's NEAL.
Yeah, it just says NEIL on the when you get the text stuff. So back to what we're doing here. So this is another 27 cover that Neal did. This one, he decided to put a big Joker face on there. So that Joker face on there is a giant remark, original art by Neal. And in this case, which very rarely does he color his remarks, this is a colored remark a little bit. At least the bottom part of Joker's face is in color. We sell this one for $1,000. It's obviously signed by Neal. So that's another nice remark for tonight. So I showed prints, I showed original art, I showed posters tonight. We have shown remarks tonight. We showed Thor tonight. Z, you want to sit over here? And I can do whatever you want to do. Do you want to do your stuff?
Sure. I was just going to do the Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay. All right. This is a Neal Adams original. This is part of her zombie collection.
Voodoo doll.
I mean, Voodoo Doll collection.
That's okay.
It's because I have zombies for Halloween.
You have zombies on the brain.
Got zombies on the brain.
All right, so this is 8 inches by 8 inches. It is stretched canvas on a wood frame. It is original acrylic painting of Deadpool, Wolverine, and Dogpool. Because who does not love Dogpool? And this is them as voodoo dolls, as I am oft to do voodoo dolls.
Right, and these are Zia's. I'm going to show you like her voodoo dolls that she does, which I'm going to put over here. So you can see that this is something Zia does do. So you understand where this is coming from.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually thoroughly enjoying because I like playing with the characters as voodoo dolls. They're a lot of fun. So this acrylic painting for tonight only is going for $250.
Ooh, it was $300.
It was $300. It is going for $250.
Here is the price tag from Wednesday night.
That's right.
So get in on Zia.
Yep, because when I first started doing these, there was somebody that came over to my table while I was drawing a Robin voodoo doll, Robin the Boy Wonder voodoo doll. And I had another piece next to me at my table, and there was a lady that was sort of hemming and hawing whether she wanted to buy the other piece. And this guy turns to me and goes, you know, many years ago, I had an opportunity to buy a Neal Adams Batman head sketch for $100, and it was a really detailed head sketch. And now I can't get them for under, $500, $600, $700.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, here you have an opportunity to get an original Neal Adams while it's still affordable. Before I become
Zia
epic.
Adams.
I was an
Zia
epic
Adams.
editor already. Small step to become an epic artist. Right?
Large stuff.
It is a big step. I know. It is a very big step.
But, everybody's going to start somewhere. I saw what Wilson Cabbage walked in the door with, and he is totally different now than what he had in his portfolio the day he came up to Continuity and got his first job from Jim Shooter on the same day. So, Zia is correct. You never know where anybody's going to go. So, I am going to end our show on Deadpool and Wolverine. Does anybody need to see anything that we showed tonight? Do you want to see again? I'll gladly pull it out before we end the show for tonight. We will be back on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we're on for 2 hours, if not more. We really had a fantastic Wednesday night this week. I highly recommend watching that show. We talked an awful lot about comics and people in comics and stories about Neal and stuff like that. Friday is a quicker show. We do about an hour, a little over an hour. And it's just kind of a recap of Wednesday, but we do show different stuff. And tonight is different stuff than Wednesday night. So you won't see really a repeat outside of Man Bat. I think is the only thing I repeated.
And Randy says, I have an original Zia piece from years ago. I was ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you were.
Exactly. So Z and I are going to say goodnight. Hopefully it will be. Rhonda saying, so are you selling the Wolverine Deadpool and the dog pool piece? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's $250 for tonight. So it was $300, Rhonda. It is now $250 for Deadpool, Wolverine, and Deadpool dog.
Dog pool.
Dog pool.
Dog pool.
Right.
And there will be more paintings of different characters along the way. I'm already gearing up for some Halloween stuff. Chris has insisted that I do a Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
And I had better do a good job on it or she's going to kill me.
Right. I am convinced Zia can do a great Headless Horseman.
Well, you know me and my flames, so
her
I'll
flames
at the very
and
least
that
get the
pumpkin
flames
head
ready.
will be really creepy and dark. It'll be like Ghost Rider met the Headless Horseman.
There you go.
And Randy Funk says, love your Halloween stuff.
Thank you. I may actually, I don't know if you guys are interested in, that the silhouette of the cat with the skull and the books and the candle on the inside of the silhouette.
Rhonda's claiming you're Deadpool.
Rhonda, thank
Wolverine.
you. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I will DM
Rhonda. Okay, you get a
you.
bomb.
Woohoo!
Zia, you bombardier. Do you want to try the pink one that was giving us a hard time?
I will try the pink one that was giving us a hard time.
Oh, we saw what it looked like. It was the pink stuff. It's pretty. It's for Rhonda.
That's right. All right, duck and cover.
Duck and cover. Yours are
3, 2, 1.
It's coming, guys.
Oh, it's got a long hang time, that one.
That one did have a long hang time. Here it comes. Yeah, wait a minute. Gotta make noise. Hold on. Okay, Rhonda, if you can direct message Zia.
Yep, I will send her a direct message
Okay.
if she doesn't.
Zia's gonna send you a direct message, Rhonda, and then she sets it up. It goes through Zia's account because of Zia's stuff. So
Yes. We're going to end
So-
the evening.
right, if there's anything that anybody needs to see, if they're interested in, that Neal Adams guy,
That Neal Adams.
I'll gladly show it. Again, if you watch our show and there's something you see or even something you don't see, direct message us with any of your questions. It could just be, I have it and I haven't pulled it out, or it's a character that I don't think anyone, like we have Bane, and I know Bane, most people don't think of Neal and Bane. But I mean, if there is a character that you're interested in and I didn't show it tonight, you can always just write, hey, Chris, you got any blah, 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 blah. And I will either answer yay or nay or let me look. A lot of art does disappear over the weekend. So, if you're sitting on something, I'd move on it quickly because things are moving quickly. Again, if you're in LA, this is the last weekend for the Neal Adams Comic Store, the Krusty Bunker out in Burbank. After this weekend, after Sunday, the doors close for the last time, even though I'm sure we'll open the doors again. The door is going
Maybe
to
for
close.
a day or two now.
Maybe for a day or two. You can go visit Joel. And I heard rumors.
Go see the legendary Sasquatch that works
Right.
at
I told Joel to go get some coffee and
Dunkin's.
Dunkin' Donuts
Yep.
for this weekend, and just come by, say goodbye. I don't know if Nick's going to be in the store this weekend, but I know Joel will be in the store this weekend, and I'm sure the guys are still going to be around, so you haven't seen the last of them. And it's just going to mutate into an internet show with Joel probably. Anne may even come back. Who knows? Anne may show up for a night. I know you guys at the Crusty Bunker love Anne as well. But people will be around. Joel has many friends out there. They all love Joel. It's a little tight-knit community. So go visit the bunker for the last time. It's Neal's personal comic store. We just, can't hold everything together all the time. So the doors are going to be closing, like I said, after Sunday. So, and they have tons of Funko toys. If you want to go Christmas shop and get Funkos for everybody, Joel is like almost handing them away for free. So,
There you go.
there's lots of stuff there. I have Monopoly games. I have all kinds of stuff. There's a giant kids section, which whatever doesn't move is going to be going to like a kids hospital, or we're going to try and get it into a kids type situation. But there's a giant kids section that is full of cool stuff. I even have, Clifford books in Spanish as well as English and stuff like that. So, check it out. Good stuff, guys. So I'm going to say goodnight, and I want to say thank you to the person who bought tonight. And we will be back on Wednesday with more stuff. We will be pricing the pieces I showed tonight. Those are going to become all saleable pieces for the future here. So those are going to be getting priced. Some of it may be in Wednesday night shows with prices. But I just wanted to say these are coming up. And I'm going to say have a good weekend. Zia.
Have a great weekend. Thank you so much. And thank you, Rhonda. Do you want to say goodnight on that, or just we're going to go?
We're going to go.
We're going to go.
We're going to go.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you Wednesday night. Thanks again for coming.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.